Welcome to Gimcrack Video. How may I help you?
Hey, what's going on, man? You got anything new to watch?
No, but we are running a special on sequels.
Is that over there on that shelf that says that it's not for human consumption?
No, on the one right next to it, it says 3 for $1.
Oh, let's just grab some. What could go wrong?
Enjoy your selection.
Oh God, it's good to be back.
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
that was wild. You all right there?
Well, I was being held captive in a time prison by robots from the future, and that was just an insane adventure.
That was wild.
How did you find me with you bust in with that truck with the lasers and the talking platypus?
Yeah, well, we kind of tuned in on your aura, and we basically put a little trace on you. We just did it. We're fine. Right? I got you. We're good.
What a spectacular action-packed adventure that we'll never talk about again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I think I killed the robot, but it's a time traveling robot, so he could have. I don't know. We'll see. I think everything's fine now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if there had been audio for it.
I don't. No. Yep, I didn't record any.
Yeah, because it's always kind of weird when a podcast is like doing a dramatic thing and then like somebody's bringing the microphone with them, like they're running for their life, and like I have to keep podcasting.
Why do you keep recording yourself? Well, I'm doing it because I need to remind my.
I'm a podcaster. Well, what's that? It's like radio.
It's like a movie, but with no video. Although now they're doing video on. So it's basically a movie.
By the way, we're doing video on YouTube. Hello and welcome to the Found on Shelf podcast, a podcast on the bleeding edge of trash.
That's right.
Every week, we like to here on the show. We like to spotlight the weird and obscure movies you're ashamed to admit you love. And since this is our third season doing it, we are only picking the third films in franchises, which sounds like a bad idea, but in reality, it's a bad idea. I am your canonically immortal host, Patrick, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Dustin.
Well, at least we can all agree the third one's always the worst.
Dustin, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing good. This we finally got a good movie to watch.
This
worked.
Rules. Holy God.
I read a lot of bad things about it before, but it was
Philistines, pearls before swine.
Yeah. I mean, maybe basing it on the last two movies we watched, this one is just amazing, but I don't know.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Loved it. Beginning to end. And you're going to love it too. Tonight, we're talking about the movie Ninja 3, The Domination.
The Domination.
Now, have you heard about Ninja 3 or Domination before tonight?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
Not, but I have never seen the two combined. No, but it's like Ninja 3 The Domination's just always been a name and a title that you just remember. And I never saw it. I've never seen any of the ninja movies, actually. So I had no clue really what I was going to be in for.
Well, it's great because none of the other ninja movies are related.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
not even that flashback scene?
It's like the Park Chan-wook Revenge trilogy.
Okay. Where it's thematically related, but not actually.
Yeah. Oh, except for Sho Kosugi is in all of them.
Okay.
He plays a different character in all of them. Unrelated. So Ninja 3 is the third movie in Canon's Ninja franchise. So the first one is Enter the Ninja. And I think that comes out in 1981. And then 2 years later, you get Revenge of the Ninja. So in the first movie, Enter the Ninja, Sho Kosugi is actually the evil ninja. And in this one, He and in the next one, in Revenge of the Ninja, that's when he switches, and he's your protagonist. And then in Ninja 3, The Domination, he's basically just the background character that shows up to win the day, which also works. Fantastic.
Yeah.
None of these movies are related, but
Now, was the scene with the ninja? I mean, jumping way ahead here, but the ninja star to the eye, that was a scene from one of the other movies, right?
yeah,
Or no?
yeah, it's a scene from
Okay.
that movie, but it's not like they're the same character.
Okay.
And then but the thing I want to say is, this is kind of the beginning of the ninja boom in the 80s.
Yeah.
So this is like on the forefront of like bringing ninjas to the people, the 80s version of the ninja action movie and the concept of the 80s ninja.
Because I remember there was the billboard marquee for Ninja 3: The Domination in New York Ninja.
Yeah, that's right. In New York Ninja, when he's walking, is it Times Square?
It's in New York.
Yeah, he's walking by a theater and he's got,
Yeah.
And you can see a poster for Ninja 3: The Domination.
Yeah.
And also La Cage aux Folles, so that will like really put you in a time frame of 1984.
Yeah.
That's when
that
this movie
works.
comes out. So if you were going to pitch Ninja 3: The Domination to our listening public, how would you do that? Now, we're in an elevator, right?
Yeah. All right.
I'm running Canon Films. I'm not running Canon Films, but I'm running a movie production company, and you want to pitch me Enter the Ninja. How would you do it?
Ninjas are going to dominate, and people will go to see them in theaters, and this will happen.
I'm going to stop you right there. They're not going to see them in theaters.
Damn it. Okay, how about this? Evil spirit of a ninja gets into the body of a young, attractive woman who sleeps with a cop and then murders all of his fellow police officers.
Is there an opportunity for V8 product placement?
Absolutely, but only in a sensual way.
So yes, the plot of Ninja 3: The Domination is a evil ninja dies and is able to use his ninja powers and a sword, which are indistinguishable from magic, to possess a woman in, I think this is LA, and she is a telephone worker and an aerobics instructor. And then she's possessed by the spirit of this ninja, who is then bent on seeking revenge on the cops that killed him. But she also begins dating one of those cops. Complicating everything, there is another good ninja who has flown in from Japan to vanquish the evil ninja, only to arrive and find him dead. And so he has to go out into the world and find the spirit of this ninja. And so they have to exorcise the evil spirit from her, and it will manifest into the ninja again that they can then kill for once and for all. And that's the plot of Ninja 3: The Domination.
That's about it. And you've almost got like the movie trailer guy voice. So
yeah.
I think you can just do movie trailers now.
I am a little under the weather, obviously,
but it's all right because it's kind of a sultry voice you got there.
Yeah,
I think. Oh wait, hold on.
Welcome to Found on Shelf After Dark.
Hold on, wait. All right, go ahead.
We're now accepting callers. Our lines are open. Just hit us up with all of your dirtiest questions. What do you do with V8 in the bedroom? Have you considered role-playing as a ninja and a cop?
God damn, that was too perfect.
This is the first time I've been sick in 2 years.
I got to take advantage of it.
Well, you got to drink V8.
Apparently, that's what you learned. Oh, I have the actual trailer if you'd like to hear that.
Yeah, go ahead and press play.
He is the most feared and powerful warrior. A ninja who breaks from ancient tradition and explodes onto America. His soul possesses the body of an innocent woman and transforms her into a lethal assassin.
Only a ninja can destroy a ninja.
Her only hope is Yamada, the master ninja, who has been sent to destroy him. Where Revenge of the Ninja left off, Ninja 3 begins. An epic struggle of superhuman strength and supernatural forces. Ninja 3, The Domination.
See, now it says it picks up exactly where part 2 ended. But I don't think that's true.
It does say that, but they're not related.
Ads say a lot of things.
Ads say that you should have watched Cast 2019. And while the answer is yes, you should, they lied about why.
Yeah, there was no cat butt.
Release the butthole cut, you cowards. I'm looking at you. I need a 4K version of Cats. Get on it.
With the butthole cut.
With the butthole cut.
Prepare to beat off.
Found on Shelf, a podcast for perverts. All right, the movie is
Hey.
awesome, dude. It starts with just like a 10 or 15 minute ninja battle.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there because they don't really explain what's going on at all. You just got these guys getting out of a golf cart and they're golfing, and I might exclude some listeners here, but I really don't like golf or golfers. I was rooting this scene on. I was like, fuck yeah.
No, it's golf is a waste of resources.
Yeah.
What happens here, is this evil ninja is going to assassinate this guy playing golf, which we find out later is a scientist, but we don't find out what kind of scientist or why he's killed ever.
Never. Yeah, never. They don't touch that at all.
What they also don't do is have a ninja be a stealth assassin, because he barges in and just starts murdering the fuck out of everyone on like an insane blood spree. He kills all this guy's bodyguards. He kills the guy, kills the guy's girlfriend, and then the cops show up, an army of cops, and he mows them down. This is a fight that lasts forever. There's a helicopter. He climbs a tree, jumps on a helicopter, takes out everyone in the helicopter, plummets back into a lake,
But wait,
snorkels under the lake.
when he's dangling from the side of the helicopter, he puts a ninja star in between his toes so that he can reach his foot around and kick it in to knock the pilot.
Yeah, we talk about the stunt work in this movie for that shot alone. It's insane.
It's freaking nuts. I loved it. It was like, and this was all like the first 15, 20 minutes. Or not even that. It's like 10 minutes movie, just nonstop chaos.
Relentless, nonstop action.
So like you're saying, he went under the water.
He snorkels, he comes back up, there's more fighting. He eventually gets cornered by all the cops, and then he gets shot to death, right? This is the crux of the movie of where it really starts. But here's the thing. He gets shot to death by like 30 cops.
Yeah.
And then he gets back up.
Yep.
And he gets shot to death again by like another 2 billion rounds.
Yeah.
And then he gets back up. And then he gets shot to death a third time. And then he uses a smoke bomb. And under the cover smoke bomb just buries himself in the sand trap right there, and
Right.
still sneaks away to die away from all of the cops.
Yeah, not a single cop like dusted off the area where he was, where they would have seen him. Just like, he's not here, he's gone. What was I gonna say there? There was something in one of the fight scenes that was, when all the cops were in there. So the cops are all standing around like in a circle shooting at this ninja, but they're like,
And each other.
they're just firing shotgun rounds at this ninja while they're standing across from other police officers, not hitting them. But I'm like, how? I don't think that works like that. I think you
Buckshot? Yeah.
yeah, I think you'd get a little shrapnel off to the side. Yeah.
Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then of course none of the cops decide to stay, where he was. They all decide to just fan out. Every one of them just goes out looking for where he was.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut to our leading lady of the film climbing up a utility pole. And I used to actually work on utility lines at one point in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was not trained to climb them like that. That was an advanced. You'd have to advance up to that stage. I had to carry around like the 30-foot ladder on my shoulder and then hang it up there. So I can relate with her.
Yeah, our leading lady is Lucinda Dickey. The character's Christy, but she's played by the actress Lucinda Dickey in her first lead role. Prior to this, she had just been a background dancer in Grease 2 because she is a dancer by trade.
Yeah.
And then after this movie, she is in Breakin' and Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
All three of these movies were released in 1984.
Nice. She was a busy gal.
Yeah, and then nothing. But they actually trained her to do this, and that's her climbing that pole.
Oh, sweet. All right.
For no reason.
Just to have that shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to go with the authenticity of it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, she is a telephone line worker. She's also a fitness health nut and teaches an aerobics class and is super into all things fitness.
And she teaches this in her like loft?
No.
Because that seemed to be where she lived.
No. Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
No, she drove to the gym, and the cop drove her from the gym to her house. Her house
Oh, you're right.
just happens to look like a locker room because it's got a locker in it.
Yes. Okay, you're right. I do remember that the driving part now. So yeah.
But she's climbing a pole. She sees the ninja wounded on the ground. She gets down to see what's going on. He attacks her. She runs away. Then he says something and she comes back for some reason. He hands her the sword and magically possesses her and dies. And then she hides the sword from the cops when she alerts them to finding a dead ninja.
Yeah, there's if you're really following it along for like a really cohesive plot and mythology, just don't. Just enjoy the ride.
Well, this is the cool part because the only reason I'm doing this bit by bit is just to get to this part where it's just the cop, played by Jordan Bennett. His name is, what was his name? Sordid something.
Oh, the cop was Secord.
Secord, and his name is so unimportant. He's
you can just call him Billy. He's Billy.
Yeah, so he's a cop. And he, they bring her in for questioning for finding the dead ninja. And they release her again because they just need a statement on finding the ninja. And he likes her, so he begins stalking her.
As one does.
She makes it clear she doesn't date cops specifically, and he starts stalking her. So that's how we wind up at her aerobics class, because one of the students is him. He found out she teaches aerobics class and is hanging out trying to do the workout with her. That's his goal. And he collapses because he can't hang. Yeah. And then she goes outside.
I don't know why a cop can't hang with doing aerobics, but okay.
Have you seen some cops?
Well, I guess some, but he looked like he was in shape. A bit hairy, but he was in shape.
Yeah, he was a little hairy. It was upsetting.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one. I'm like, oh, okay, he's wearing a sweater. Nope.
Anyway, she gets assaulted outside. There's a woman getting assaulted by groups of guys from the gym, and the entire gym is in the alley watching this group of guys try to assault this woman.
Yep, just watching.
She runs to her aid, saves her, and beats all these guys up while the cop watches. And then after she beats the guys up, the cop arrests her for assaulting these fucking potential predators.
Yeah.
So that he can get a date. This is the most accurate portrayal of a police officer.
I don't know. I think later on when the one's walking out of the station in uniform with like two hookers to a spa, I think that might have been a little bit more accurate.
So, but anyway, they fight in the car. He shows his ass. And then she likes that, so that she invites him back to her weird house. Let's talk about her weird house.
Yeah. She's got an arcade machine there that she was playing earlier. Machine. That machine is called the Bouncer. And this is out for Jeff Kirkendall out there, who also likes retro gaming. She's playing a game called the Bouncer. I hadn't heard about this game, so the nerd in me really had to go and look it up. And apparently it's an extremely rare arcade game that there are only 20 of these made. And this is the most footage of that game that there ever was, because it never really ended up going out anywhere. So like anytime people show footage of the Bouncer, they're usually showing clips from when she was playing it in this movie.
That's crazy.
She's got that arcade game in there. I'm sure it was some product placement somewhere, but it didn't work.
Probably not.
Yeah, who knows? They just couldn't find a buyer. And they're like, here, I'll take it off your hands for you.
So they probably destroyed that cabinet too for the possession scene.
Yeah. And it was, but the rest of her apartment was very, very weird.
It's the manic pixie dream girl apartment. There's like weird shit, and there's masks on the wall and swords coming out of everywhere. She has a straight up locker in the room. There's the arcade cabinet. There's like it's wild. It's like it's a loft assembled by people who didn't really care about set design.
Yeah, and just thought like, hey, this is what a fitness chick in the 80s would have her room look like.
Yeah, no, it's obvious that's where they're going with it. It's fine. I didn't think it was that bad, but
no, it was a bit outlandish, but it was, I mean, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. As you're fond of saying, it's fine.
It's fine. That's where they're going with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Earlier, the cop tried to say, let's take you out for sodas.
Coffee and first and then soda. Yeah.
She says, when he offered a soda, I don't use sodas.
Yeah.
That is the only way I've ever heard that someone say that before. I've never heard anyone say that way in any other context. It's I don't drink soda, right? But I don't use sodas.
Yeah.
You know, they say the first can of Coke is always free, but then they get you.
Yeah,
And you start
exactly.
using Coke every day.
Right.
Hey, what are we talking about?
Coke.
But it's like, okay, well, can I take you out for coffee? And then she's like, no. But she gets him back to the house by saying, I've got some V8s at the house.
All right. Now,
All right, so
she like literally 20 minutes ago was like, I don't like cops and I don't date cops, and was like talking all this trash about cops. And then she's like, come on over to my house where I have V8. And now I'm just going to hop in the shower and walk out wearing just a towel and my panties.
then she puts a shirt on.
Yeah.
So the reason for everything that's about to happen is Lucinda didn't want to do full nudity, right?
Okay. Fair enough.
So Jordan Bennett playing Secord, he has the idea that since she mentioned V8s earlier and there's a V8 on the craft table, he comes up with this idea of let's try to be kinky instead.
Oh my God.
So in this scene, one of the greatest scenes I have ever witnessed in cinema history, she has decided randomly that she likes him now and they are going to sleep together. So she lays him out on the couch. She gets on top. She's straddling him wearing just a shirt and they're kind of getting all sexy.
Yeah.
And then she takes a can of V8 tomato juice or whatever the fuck it is. She takes a can of this vegetable blend V8 and she opens it and pours it all over herself.
Yeah.
And then leans back for him to lick it off.
Yeah.
V8.
Yeah. I really should have clipped you better have a V8 or whatever those old commercials were. I should have clipped one of those.
I could have had a V8.
Yeah, I could have had a V8.
You slap yourself in the head and go, I could have had a V8.
Yeah. And see, I mean, the cop, he was going to get coffee, but I'm glad, he's probably glad he went for that V8. I've only had V8 in Bloody Marys, so I don't really know. I couldn't even think about just drinking it by itself. I'm like, no, it's a base for Bloody Marys. That's all.
Yeah, it looks gross.
Yeah.
So this is one of the best scenes ever. But this is the point at which the sword starts calling out to her.
Yeah, as he's all passed out and asleep because
and then she starts to get magically possessed by the sword.
Right.
So from this point on in the movie alternates between a couple of things, and that is the romance with the cop, which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
The ninja spirit commanding her to go kill the cops that killed him, which includes her boyfriend, by the way.
Yeah, but his face was kind of in the shadow, so she doesn't quite recognize him yet.
It's a late stage reveal.
Yeah.
Also, her trying to keep her grip on her sanity.
Which I kind of find is one of the better parts of it, is her realizing there's something wrong and can't figure out what it is. That was kind of a good tie in there.
Let's get to the meat of this movie. All of the possession scenes are amazing.
Yeah.
Other things that happen, the arcade cabinet starts to glow colors and shoot out fog. Everything gets like this weird purple pink lighting.
And shoots laser beams out.
Oh yeah. At one point, the arcade cabinet literally shoots laser beams at her and transforms her into the ninja. That's true. And then later, and this is one of my favorite parts of the movie. So later, like she's trying to resist, and as she's trying to resist, the whole room starts shaking. The way they did that is they bolted everything to the ground and had this set up on hydraulics, and they literally shook it.
That's fantastic.
Well, not for the actress because she got beat to hell.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Trying to keep staying up. Closet opens where the sword is, and she's like trying to aerobics dance against it. She's like trying to dance the spirit away. She literally turns music on and starts dancing at the blue ghostly fog coming out the closet. It's like a manifestation of the Fraggles from Fraggle Rock going, dance your cares away. Worries for another day.
I wrote down on my notes, rage flash dancing.
Yes. The sword at one point comes out. At this point, the sword comes out of the closet on its own, floating through ghostly powers, but it's clearly just literally dangling on a string.
Yeah.
This glowing sword dangling on a string floats out of the closet.
If you've ever played with your cat with like a string around, it's that.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And then it smashes the stereo system so she can't dance against the evil powers anymore. How awesome is this movie?
I mean, who knew that you needed the story of the never-ending battle between aerobicize and ninjas? That's
Two great tastes that taste great together.
Are you feeling under the weather? Suffering from seasonal allergies? RSV? Or maybe you caught the time flu while fleeing a robot citadel in space? Well, say goodbye to sickness with Crazy Howie's Genuine Cure-All. Using the latest in snake oil extraction technology, this unique formula can cure whatever ails you in a matter of minutes. That's right. Never worry about getting sick again with Crazy Howie's Genuine Cure-All.
Warning, this product consists almost entirely of alcohol and cocaine and should never be consumed by anyone.
But we're at the scene right here where she goes back. We didn't mention it really. There was like a little gravestone in a cave.
Yeah, I was going to start talking about the murders after we did the possession stuff. But yeah, we can talk about the murders. Let's do that. So once she is possessed, she goes and murders these cops. And so she goes back to the cave where the ninja got all of his magical ninja weapons and the opening credits of the film before he killed everyone in the golf course. So she murders a couple cops. One of them is playing pool.
When she opens up the little tomb area, she opens it and she just goes,
"Hey, these are ninja uniforms."
She's excited because she's got ninja uniforms.
You went a long way to make that joke.
That was a pull from season 1.
Yeah. I was really trying to figure out why you were going on and on about the cave. You took a long walk to get there. And
hey,
I have to add,
these are ninja uniforms.
They're ninja uniforms.
I mean, much like the maker of that particular Three Ninjas ripoff, I have to say, Dustin, was it worth it?
Much like Little Ninjas, no, it wasn't. Okay, so she's got her sweet ninja gear on now.
Yeah, so she goes and she murders several cops throughout the movie that killed the ninja. One of them is just hanging out, shirtless, playing pool somewhere. She breaks in his house and just it's pretty detailed fight on this one. He puts up a fight.
Yeah, and throws a pool ball at her and she just grabs it and crushes it with her bare hands.
She crushes a pool ball with her bare hands. She earlier did that to a golf ball, but it's a golf ball.
Yes.
It's amazing. But here she crushes a pool ball with her bare hands.
She is great at crushing balls with her bare hands.
Prepare to beat off.
It's a power that comes standard with ninjas.
I guess so.
Crush balls of any size or density.
Yeah.
And then there's another guy. This is the one with the two girls in the pool.
Yeah, and she tells Billy before that scene, she tells him that she blanks out for hours and she feels like something is making her do something, and that's when we see the gorilla arms come out. And yeah,
fellas, if your significant other is telling you that she's losing track of time, that is something that you should devote some attention to.
And has giant bruise on her shoulder. Yeah, you might want to.
Yeah, so
but she does go to a doctor
who gets a clean bill of health.
Yes,
they tell there's nothing physically wrong with you except for you have increased ESP, which is a routine part of any kind of psychological diagnosis. We all know that before you start CBT, cock and ball torture, they make you go through a rigorous ESP interview. They hold up the cards. What am I looking at? Because if you're 11 from Stranger Things, they have to institutionalize you.
Yes, and the brain doctor, whoever she was that did that, also said that she is fine except for her ESP and her preoccupation with Japanese culture. Apparently, that is something that reads on a brain scan. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's called Weeb syndrome.
Yeah. Does it show a little symbol of like Japan on like your brain scan. You're just like, nope, this person's.
It shows up. It shows up as a pattern that sounds like Oscar Langley's voice.
Okay, that's okay. That's about what I figured. But yes, so she was trying to get some help, but that didn't go anywhere.
So the other cop she kills, she doesn't go as a ninja for that one. She's just in a black swimsuit.
Yeah,
and gets in the pool with him and the two girls. And she like has a poison ring that she starts making out with him, then poisons him with the ring, and then turns around and murders the two girls because she can't leave any witnesses.
Which was kind of a good scene. It was very weird. The cop just walking out of the station with a woman on each arm and just goes into the spa like across the street. That was a little weird.
Now, after all of this happens, the boy and medical science has failed to help her, as it always does. The boyfriend has turned to alternative medicine, and that is they're going to go to a Chinese mystic played by James Hong.
Yes.
Like, famous actor James Hong. Yeah. And he's going to exorcise the spirit from her. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't realize it's the spirit of a ninja. So this is the cool thing. They chain her to two posts in this scene. So she walks into the little area and she has an immediate reaction to like the pageantry of the exorcism space.
Yes, which is...
Sure beats the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
She whispers that line. I tried to crank it up as much as I could, but that was it.
It sure beats the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Now, I need you to understand that I was wearing one of my Rocky Horror shirts while watching this movie.
You just drop the remote and go, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, I turned and looked at my wife and she looks at me and we both just laugh. For the record, this does not beat the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No. Does it beat Shock Treatment?
Oh, yeah. Shock Treatment has good music, but movie, oof.
Yeah. All right, so let's take Shock Treatment music, put it on the Ninja 3, and then we're all set.
Let's talk about their soundtrack. What the fuck was going on with this soundtrack? Oh my God. Much like Miami Connection before it. Well, after it. Much like Miami Connection after it. And much like New York Ninja whenever Voyager 3 works their magic on that movie. This film has a really... unique soundtrack that is all personality, and that personality is cheesy and what the fuck, much like the rest of the movie.
Yes,
like the songs
it's very fitting.
Are not. So the exorcism scene, getting back to it, they chain her to two posts. They have her in makeup like Linda Blair. They were straight up ripping off the Exorcist. She's gray skin, zombie pallor, like colored contacts. In this case, red. The Exorcist is terrified when he realizes the spirit is that of a ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Because only a ninja can kill a ninja, or can destroy a ninja. Maybe destroy is the word, but
yeah, and that's he does not. Only a ninja can destroy a ninja.
She spins on this chain like a toy. She just spins, like her whole body just spins around super fast on this chain.
All right, it is. Oh crap! Why am I drawing a blank on it? It's
a doll.
Foosball. It's a foosball table.
It looks like a foosball table.
Like she's on a foosball, just spinning around on the thing in a circle.
Mm-hmm. It's great, but all of this leads to the climax, and the climax is she's trying to fight against this exorcist. She's trying to fight against this demonic possession, this domination, and she doesn't want to hurt her boyfriend.
Mm.
So she's trying to, or anyone. She doesn't want to hurt anyone. That's the exact words.
She just wants to fix telephone lines and dance. That's all this girl wants to do. Fix telephone lines, dance, and play the bouncer arcade game.
And really, is that so much to ask?
That sounds like a good life to me.
I think this is divine punishment for using V8 in a way God did not intend.
Mm-hmm.
So she disappears, but the ninja is about to win. But also, they're going to have a funeral for one of the murdered cops, and the entire police precinct is going to be there with all of the rest of her intended victims. So the ninja shows up at the funeral and just starts mowing people down. It's a fantastic action scene. Shows up with a bow and arrow and starts unleashing it.
And she times it. She times it perfect. So when they're doing like their little gun salute, as soon as they fire off that gun salute, she like hits the dude with an arrow. It's like perfect timing, and then it was just chaos after that. It was wonderful.
And then there's this great. I mean, the whole sequence is action packed. She takes out a motorbike with one hand. There's a scene where like one cop opens up a trunk with a ton of batons and starts handing them out to an endless line of cops running by. Here, baton,
Right.
baton, and you get a baton, and you get a baton. Everyone gets a baton. She straight up kicks a tombstone in half. It's fantastic. Concurrent to everything that is going on.
Yeah, it's just madness. It's fantastic.
Concurrent to the parallels of this story throughout the rest of the movie, Sho Kosugi playing the ninja Yamada.
Yeah, the one-eyed ninja. That's how I just wrote him down. One-eyed ninja.
Has traveled from Japan to take out this evil ninja, and getting there finds that he's already dead and realizes this ninja, because he wasn't destroyed by another ninja, is still out there in spirit form, and finds out that he's possessing this girl. Yamada contacts the cop. No, Yamada breaks into a morgue to find the ninja's body and take the ninja's body because he needs the ninja's body for the ritual. I don't know if he tells the cop. I don't think he doesn't contact the cop yet.
They get after the cemetery fight. He ends up fighting with the girl ninja in the abandoned building that's all boarded up, and there's like Home Alone style traps with like things falling down and stuff. He unmasks her and sees that she's a woman and not the original bad ninja guy, and then he just lets her go and lets himself get arrested.
Yep, and then he tells her boyfriend what's going on and to bring her to this temple.
Yes.
So,
Mom, I told you we were going to the Temple of Penshot. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got to go to the Temple of Penshot. He's got to get his girlfriend to go to the Temple of Penshot.
Can you feel the silent anger radiating from my body? I thought we were past this movie, Dustin. I swear to God,
Mom,
if Cookie...
I told you we were going to the Temple of Penshot. Yeah!
I swear, if Cookie is on that soundtrack, I'm going to scream.
Oh, I can add it. I didn't add it.
No. So anyway, Ninja Guy.
Yes, Temple of Penshot.
Yeah, so everything heads out to the temple. He exorcises the ninja from her and casts the spirit back into its original body, which then reanimates with evil ninja powers. And him and the undead ninja fight it out for like 15 minutes.
And he's got some cool things where like he sends down this mystical red orb and it like turns all like the good monks.
It's a wizard fight.
Yeah,
it's
pretty
straight
awesome.
up a wizard fight. And then, but eventually Yamada wins, and Christy and Secord kiss, and the movie's over. And that's it. That's fantastic. Roll credits.
It's over now.
This movie was so fun. It's over the top. It's cheesy. It's stupid. There are laser effects. There's music that's like entirely inappropriate for what's going on. The action is great, but beyond the action being great, all the special effects are insane. The movie plot is insane. It's great, and the sword floats.
And the sword floats like a cat toy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I read a lot of things that was saying like, oh, Ninja 3 is the worst movie ever. And I'm like, so I was expecting a stinker. And then I'm like, you know what? This is actually, it's good for what it was and the time it was made. And I mean, even now it's still a fun movie to watch.
It's like Miami Connection. It is fun.
Yeah.
Who can say if it's good or not? That's so beyond the point.
Right.
Like, it's fun. It has traversed the gap between good and bad. We have to stop reducing things to these binaries. Sometimes movies you can't categorize them that way. It's like trying to figure out if Nick Cage is a good actor or not.
Yes.
You're not able to. It
beyond
that.
He's just an actor. It's fine.
Exactly. It's like this movie exists in a way that will captivate you, and it's a good time.
Yeah, I really I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. But then again, ninja movies can usually be fun. I say usually, like you pointed out, like we've had a few good martial arts movies, and then we had little ninjas. But
yeah.
I think overall the the martial art movies is fun. And when you get a mystical ninja with like spirit possessing people, that's just kind of cool. Like I dig it. I dig that stuff. It's fun. Go watch it.
Yeah, what are you still doing? Listen, go watch Ninja 3.
Yeah. No, you know what? If you're still listening and you haven't decided to watch Ninja 3,
Mom, I told you we were going to the Temple of Pinshot.
Yeah, go find a copy of Little Ninjas and watch that.
I'm just cutting that. I'm cutting that entire thing.
What about
New York Ninja?
I guess that can stay, right? So we've had New York Ninjas, good, not ninja, but still martial arts related. Miami Connection was great. So yeah, I think we've had a pretty good run. And as far as our part 3 movies go, I think we hit a good spot here with this one.
Yeah.
I think this is our 3rd episode of the 3rd season, and the part 3 movie was good.
Yeah, see, everything's coming together. Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Exactly. I can't guarantee that will last very long.
I mean, you've got it's alive. I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, I started watching some of it just to kind of check it out, and it's going to be fun. Yeah.
Evil babies, right?
We've got, as far as I can tell you, I've never seen the other movies, but yes.
The first one starts out with a delivery room. The baby comes out evil and murders everyone in the delivery room.
Well, part 3 is not too different then. Except for this time, the police are on this scene and start trying to blast the woman giving birth. It's alive is what happens when you ban abortion. Monster babies that kill people.
Do you want monster babies to kill people? Don't vote Republican. Just don't do it.
Save the people. Just don't let monster babies.
That's not even a political statement at this point. We have to prevent the monster babies.
Yes. Yeah, they'll fuck some shit up. I saw a little bit. They do some damage out there. But yeah. So I think that kind of like, I mean, that's the movie. It's
awesome. Everyone should watch it. It's fun. And I do have a question for you, and I think it's going to be a hard one.
In a way, I brought you here to offer you a job. You think you can do it better, so here's your chance.
Dustin, if you could change 3, and 3 things about this particular movie to make it better, what would they be?
All right. I thought about this one. And by the way, listeners at home, if you're on Spotify, you can actually go and suggest your 3 things that you would like to change about this movie.
That's right. On the fabulous Found on Shelf home game. Play along at home with all of your favorites.
You can go on our website, foundonshelfpod.com, and you can leave a voice comment for us. And we could play your voice comment on the air for our tens of fans. There are dozens of us.
That's called a call to action.
Yes, call to action.
Mm-hmm. It's meant to stimulate engagement.
Ooh, am I stimulating your engagement?
You know, there's been a lot of flirting going on, and like, Dustin, I'm a married man. We came out the gate with a dick riding joke tonight, and you've been going hard and fast but steady, and I have to say your stamina's been pretty thorough throughout. But I feel like maybe we should ease up.
Prepare to beat off.
Okay. Anyway, so three things that we would change.
Yes.
Could I add Cookie? No, that's not a good one.
That's not a good one. No.
Okay. Okay. This one's a serious one. You need to rework the whole cop romance thing. At first I was thinking get rid of it, but you got to have that cop romance. I think it needs to be in there, but I think she needs to start off liking cops anyway. Like,
well, when you say that, how about she just likes him? Because you say he's liking cops. Like, well, is she a cop fucker?
What do you
cop chaser? Is there a word for it?
What are you, a siren blower? What are you going? What are you, a pig tickler? What's going on here?
She walks in the room all sexy. What smells like bacon?
And you could kind of pull it off with your voice right now, so it works out well.
Yeah, if I'm like smoking 12 packs a day, honey.
Oh wait, do that again. There we go.
Something smells like bacon. You could have had a V8.
Mom, I told you we were going to the temple of Pinshot.
Okay, so yeah, ditch that. Have her like him originally. Maybe they're already dating to start off with, and then it turns out that he's a cop and then she's involved in it, and it causes a bunch of drama. I think that would actually work better if they were already dating or already interested in each other in some way, shape, or form. Maybe she didn't know he was a cop, and then when she shows up at the police station, she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you worked here," or whatever.
Would you have the ninja pick up more golf carts using only one hand?
Yeah, absolutely. I think more golfers should have died.
I can see that. Just show up at the driving range.
Yeah, just go up to the Top Golf and just have a blast. But they do have good stuff, little thingies there. I don't know what they're called, but they're good. Anyway, I would like a little bit more of the one-eyed ninja guy. I think he's a very important character, but he is played like a background character.
Well, Sho Kosugi is an extremely famous martial artist, and he is the main character in Revenge of the Ninja, which is the movie immediately preceding this. He plays Cho Osakai in that one. He plays Yamada in this one. And then he plays Hasegawa, the evil ninja, in the first Enter the Ninja movie. But he's also in movies like Nine Deaths of the Ninja, Pray for Death, Rage of Honor, like a lot of stuff like that. Oh, he's also in the Bad News Bears Go to Japan.
Is that a Part 3 movie? I don't remember. It might be.
I think it's the second one.
Oh, is it? Okay. I know there is a third Bad News Bears. I just don't remember which one it is.
Now that's bad news.
Yes, it certainly is. No, Bad News Bears, Go to Japan is Part 3.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that would be my second thing. Kind of go into a little bit more depth about the One-Eyed Ninja. He just kind of shows up as a badass and kills, and I liked him. I want to see a little bit more of him. And I would for the third thing, I would incorporate more V8. I want like a V8 snuff film.
Do you mean porn or do you mean snuff?
Yes. Wait, that's not the same thing?
No.
Oh, what have I been watching?
So anyway, before a contestant confesses crimes on air, we are the Found on Shelf podcast. We do this every other week on New Video Tuesday, where we will review these movies and maybe confess to crimes. You can find us on the podcatcher of your choice, YouTube, or wherever things are found on shelves. You find us at social media at Found on Shelf Pod on whatever social media site is currently pulling ahead in the eternal and never-ending social media wars. We're on all of them.
Yep. Look for Found on Shelf Pod at whatever social site is live.
Blue Sky, Threads, Gazorp,
Dingfucker.
Now hold on.
What?
That's a private account.
All right, can't give out those. But yeah, or you just go to foundonshelfpod.com. That's like your home base for Found on Shelf. You could sign up for the mailing list, leave us a voicemail. You can do all sorts of stuff there. You could search through all the things if there's a particular title or genre or whatever. You could. It's fun. It's go there. Have a good time. Have a laugh.
And if you do like what we do, please remember to follow and subscribe. That's also a call to action. But it definitely helps the algorithm, and we'd appreciate that here. Is there any parting words you have, Dustin?
It's over now.
Oh, that's right. Is that what this is? Is this a lead out or a lead in? A lead into an outro or a lead out to an wait.
Oh, I'm Cookie, the camp cook and the chief bottle washer around here. Why, if you follow me, I'll show you where you can stow your gear.
You spent the entire time looking for that, didn't you?
Oh, I knew where it was. I knew where it was hiding. I'm organized. I'm better organized with sound clips for this podcast than I am with anything else in my life.
I am the same level of organized I am with this podcast as everything else in my life. Terrifying, right?